Confirm. Oh.
Yeah. Well, I am Liv.
I am Liv too, but I gotta set something else up and real fast.
Gotcha.
Because I have the game on over here, but I gotta go to my channel because I don't do enough maintenance to my stuff. Do that. Let's close that. Let's pull this tab over here. Give me a second tab. This was poorly thought of. It didn't dawn on me I needed to do this until after the fact. So my bad.
Yeah, it's one of those things to get people to show up while we're fiddling with the beginning stuff.
I'm fiddling with getting the game on. That's what I'm doing. On a screen I can see easier. Watch live. Normal broadcast. Good game. Don't need the Mannings to make it entertaining. Already a good game.
Hey, Ghostface is here already. So Raw sucked again.
I mean, I was entertained by Smurfette. I'm always entertained by Smurfette, so it's okay. I don't know what else they have going story-wise besides... And I don't really necessarily think the Asuka storyline is compelling, but it's still a storyline at least.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, let me start the recording.
Turn.
Wait, what?
We did have the turn.
Turn of...
Turning on Io Sky.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's true.
I mean, that finally happened.
We're jumping right in here. Yeah, just for the recording's sake, yeah, this is the Wrestling Mats. I'm Matt. That's Matt. Hence the name Wrestling Mats. And we're already involved. We're already going here.
Yeah. All right, folks talking, so we're already rolling. Bad recording start.
This hot take. This is WWE's worst year since 2019. Huh. I don't think the whole year has been bad, has it? It's definitely gotten worse. I agree with you, but I don't know if it's the whole year has been as bad as previous years.
I would say it's been downhill since the WrestleMania, just letting the air out of the ship.
So we're saying it may have peaked at like Backlash or whatever, or what? Not Backlash. The show before WrestleMania.
Rumble maybe.
Okay, going to Rumble with it.
I think with the John Cena turn and The Rock and going like, holy shit, what's this going to be this year? And then nothing happening from it. I think that was the peak. I think all of it was just downhill from there.
That's fair. I can see that.
Which, if anything, that's almost like riding the fumes of the year previously, because that's right at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, that's fair.
Very beginning of the year started off just as strong as last year, and then it's like just been a hot wet fart the rest of the way. It just sucks.
To me, it feels like, man, they had good storylines going, and they all kind of culminated at WrestleMania or near it, and they've just not been able to build anything worth watching storyline wise since.
Yeah. A little bit being a broken record where it's just like, okay, the Rock thing fucked it up, and then Liv getting hurt. That was the other big thing that really
hurt the women's division, but
that was the big monkey wrench there. It's just that wasn't planned.
Right, but they've brought in so much talent, they should have been able to do something since, in my opinion. They brought in, Stephanie. They brought her up. They brought Julia up. They brought these people up, and by now they should be able to do something.
We've gotten on the topic before of like people just not knowing what to do with them as they come up from NXT and get onto the main roster. One person as of late who has benefited hugely and just been used the right way, Roxanne Perez.
They've loved her.
Just absolute great. It just she fit right in. Everyone seems to love her, even though she's trying to be a heel, but in a way she's kind of not. She's supposed to be, but people kind of like her too much. Kind of like how people like to live. She's supposed to be, in a sense. What are you doing over there? Like
Nothing.
Wielding the power of the sun. I just seen it on my bed camera that you give me. I'm like, what is that?
Yeah, that light's a bit bright. I'm just curious. Too much direct lighting on me that I can't change the color behind me using those lights.
All right, we're not going to play with this thing during this. Sorry. Get something else.
Listen, that's just not Triple H. That's everybody. Everybody's nerfed LA Knight for years. And I have no idea why. I don't see any path. Like with Jay, he kept getting close and not getting there, and he just kept getting. LA Knights had. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was fun. I was just wanting to see if I could change the color, but the lighting here in front of me just is too direct that it ain't going to do anything back here. So I can just have the sun appear every so often, and that's about it. But no,
that was brutal. Like,
the brutal one is the light above me that's pointed at me. That thing is, I am sweating when we're done here in about an hour. Like that's how that light is brutal. Because I'm in a room that seems to think it's a log cabin from the 70s. If you haven't noticed, with the wood paneling that's dark brown and the fireplace.
A halogen bulb. Producing a bunch of heat.
It feels that way, man. Oh my goodness.
Cody now seem like the direction for the WWE title. No, Jay versus Cody. Yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe if they like just this slow heel turn of Jay to be versus Cody. It's kind of nuts for them to go that route in a sense, because you had your two like big baby faces that were really good with the kids, and you turn them against each other. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm kind of indifferent about that. Like, I don't know. Does that fuck things up?
Well, it's just how the flow of time goes. Like Jimmy's showing that he's now the good guy. He can build it under the idea that he's going to be a father now and family, and he's going to, be the good guy. And Jay is now like, man, I tried to be the good guy. It didn't work out for me. I held the belt for, I don't know, 2 months. And he's going to switch. So just how things flow. And I think that's fine. The only question I have is, does he... I mean, right now, I don't imagine he's going to come to his senses at this rate. But how far of a heel does he go? Does he just go after Cody's title? Or does he become part of the Vision? I've been kind of saying that forever now. Is that the next guy for the Vision?
It was looking like Brock for a second there, but
man, family solves everything. I've saw 11 movies about this, man. Family solves everything, man.
Apparently not. They have to keep making movies and saving people and doing shit. So
well, then you start to find out Cena's a brother.
Big friggin' problem is what family seems like.
You got to be there for each other. You make millions in the end, anyways.
Yeah.
You drive the only cop cars I've ever seen with stick shifts. In 5.
What?
Cop cars don't have stick shifts?
Yeah, why would they be? They got like the goddamn laptop like in their passenger seat for shit.
Yeah, it's on a stand next to it, but yes.
Yeah, well,
there's a whole lot of buttons in the center.
Other shit they got to be doing other than shit.
The radio and a whole bunch of lights, the stuff that works the spotlights, the stuff that works your actual lights, the stuff that is all in the center. So it's a poor place. In fact, they actually get out in the Chargers. They get rid of the center console stick shift and they put it as a column shift in those cars.
Oh,
mm-hmm.
I miss a column shift.
I don't. I like the stick shift I like the shifter on there, but it makes sense why it's not there.
I don't even have the stick shift anymore. I have a dial. little wheel. It's so
Yeah,
stupid.
except for when there's a train at the end of it. That doesn't usually go so well at that end of that quarter mile.
Oh yeah, it's not
Yeah,
good.
I don't like the dial. I can't do the dial.
It's not great. I don't love it.
At least Jaguars have the dial, but it comes up out of the center console like a James Bond car, essentially. When you
I,
start it, it goes. Boo.
I just don't like where it's at because like anyone can kind of bump it while you're on the brake.
Oh, you'd hate the start button to the Audi A7 hatchback. Then
Why?
it's
Where's
on the
that at?
passenger side of the center console.
On the actual center console, so not up on the dash.
No, a lot of the Audis like to put them on the console where like your cup holders and stuff would be. But for some reason, the A7, which is like a little hatchback Audi made for a while, put it on the passenger side. Like you literally have to reach over to the passenger side of your center console, essentially, where the passenger like cup holder would normally be, is where the start button is for your car.
Wow.
I got in one. It was like 90 degrees outside. I sweated in this guy's A7 for like, I don't know, literally 4 minutes as I looked for the damn start engine button.
Why the fuck do
I'm
I
like,
turn this on?
like Fiats are over here a lot of times on the left side for no reason. Nothing there, nothing there, nothing on the depth there, nothing. What the hell happened to Derrick Henry? Fall down and get on the bench? What the hell happened? Anyways, yeah, 4.5 minutes later. What's it doing over there?
That's ridiculous.
So, yeah, Roxanne got pinned again, but I mean, she's won a lot too. She's wrestled what they say 38 matches on television this year.
Yeah, they're using her a lot. Like she doesn't need really wins except for like keeping tag titles on her, which currently isn't. But yeah,
Right.
they're she's doing well enough, like storyline wise, moving up from NXT that I don't think she needs it currently. I mean, it'd be cool to have a woman's belt on her, but I don't think it's needed yet until Liv's coming back and if they want to
Yeah.
induce some drama there.
Henry is beside himself. I'm with you. Go Lions. They're not exactly my Lions, but I do like them a lot. I love that field too. Went there 2 years ago for SummerSlam and absolutely loved. Well, not Baltimore, but Lions Stadium or Dome is really nice. Big fan.
Yeah,
But
we're not really
yeah, no,
Raiders
she doesn't
fans
need to
here.
do anything more than she has. She's had a great year as it is. If there's a Rookie of the Year award, I think it has to go to her.
Yeah, not only for the women, but even for the men, I would give it to her.
Yeah.
She's
Listen,
like,
Roxanne's. Oh, it was Bailey. I'm like, who the hell did Roxanne even lose to tonight? She's the centerpiece of a lot of stuff. Judgment Day gets 90% of the backstage segments as it is. So like, um, I
and
mean,
you
they're
could
good.
you could also argue Stephanie Vicure for like kind of like Rookie of the Year for like the main roster, but I just wouldn't because we kind of knew her trajectory where it was gonna go.
I
But
mean, I
Roxanne Perez is someone that's uh, greener, I suppose.
see. I don't necessarily look at it that way. I mean, I know Vakir had more matches under her belt other places, but
Yeah,
Roxanne's pretty much been wrestling under the tutors of Booker T for whatever it is now, 8 years, a decade.
yeah. I
She's
guess it's
far
more
from
the
green. She's way better in the ring at selling injuries and telling storytelling within the match than a lot of wrestlers are. I've hurt my ankle 20 minutes, go and um yeah. They got to build that match somehow. Yeah, Cody Seth promo not great. I agree. Um
well,
the one that I will say is that what are they doing with Dom?
the
Like Dom is so scared and
But
it's
before getting too far away from that, the kind of the crown jewel champion versus champion stuff. I don't know. Even last year was kind of just eh. It's
I mean, I
I
like
think
it.
it's
It's fine. It's something that they took from previous years, Clash of the Champions, but
yeah, it's a cute little gimmick, but I think it's a little bit too hard of a build. It's just like 1 month of the two champions kind of just puff up their chests at one another, and then they have the match and it's over with. It's just I don't know. It's it's a neat idea. It's just you don't have you don't have really a story build. You just have we're forcing you two to fight.
Well, it depends on what you're trying to do with it. Like they're trying to do the backstory with it, and I don't see a reason why you need to. Just have them argue over who's the best, and then go have the match. Like, just simplify this. When you have only a month to tell a story, do it AEW style, and just go, I'm the best for this reason, and I'm the best for this reason, and then take those personal jabs here and there with your history. But these two have so much history, they decided to just make it a bigger deal than it is from that standpoint.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, you're probably right about basically scared of Rusev, but he's probably going to beat him next week because Penta wants to beat him and take the belt from him. Agreed. But, belt changing hands is, I know it's supposed to mean more, especially as somebody who likes to collect actual belts. But to me, the real storyline is, what does this do for the Judgment Day? Because it's kind of, he hung JD out to dry. Got him a match and then didn't get in to make the save. Finn had to be the good guy and get in there and make the save. Yeah, someone's going to interfere and make this. And well, let's say just decide that this is how Dom leaves the Judgment Day. He just gets wrecked by Rusev and no one makes the save.
Nah, they can't do that yet. They gotta pay that off with Liv somehow. That's just too soon to do it like that.
I feel like they're slowly turning Finn face again as well, which is different because I think originally Finn bringing Roxanne into the picture was supposed to make Finn look bad, but I don't think it's worked out that way. Like Finn was supposed to look like a homewrecker essentially. But it hasn't quite worked out that way.
It's because we gotta wait so long for the payoff.
Right. Even then, though, like, Finn's been making saves. Finn's been a good guy. Finn's done everything else. Well, yeah, but there's so much talent. There shouldn't need to be... Like, they should just have hints of stuff for Liv. So when Liv comes back, it's this fun thing that they've been hinting at in the background. But with Julia and Stephanie and Asuka and Sane, and there's so much talent there. They should have been able to pivot by now. I'm sorry. They should have been able to pivot by now. I know that wrecked the original storyline, but come on. Get Freddie Prinze back there again if you have to as a writer to make something happen, but you got to be able to pivot at some point.
Yeah. So far, it's really just been... I don't know. Bunch of nothing, kind of just weak.
Yeah, I thought they were going to do more with the Roxanne stuff, but that they've cooled that even drastically. Maybe they felt like they couldn't carry it long enough, but I think it's best that she goes home and gets her rest and relax, and you could set things up, but she could make appearances every now and then. Maybe, if they're in her state.
Isn't it a bigger payoff if she shows up once she's finally healed and ready to go and confronts this whole thing? And
right, but she has to have something to confront. Nothing's being done anymore. There's a better chance at this current rate that he's having a fling with El Grande than he is Roxanne.
That's very true.
So, any one of the El Grandes... or all of them for all I care, teach their own, but is more likely than Liv.
I think maybe a sign of when we'll start seeing Liv again is if they turn up like a little flirty romance with
yeah, but now it feels weird. Now it feels weird.
Does it?
To me, yes. Because you even kind of got Raquel kind of on board now, it seems like. She seems to be on board with it. it feels like they're closer to pushing Dom out than they are to having a confrontation with Liv. And right, exactly. Nothing's being done. She should come up and start slapping El Grande around for talking to her man so much. I don't know what else to do. Like Roxanne didn't do anything at this point. She's backed off. There's been no more nuggies. There's been no more anything.
Yeah, I don't know.
Even the background screen on the for 2K had nothing to do with Roxanne or Dom. It was Dom and William Regal.
If anything, she has more reason to be mad at like Raquel at this point, huh?
Yeah, but even then, like, I guess that would be a jealousy thing. But even then,
at that point, it's like, well, we were defending the titles and then eventually lost them.
right?
It's like it. So even there, they don't even have a story for like when Liv comes back. They're gonna have to create something out of nowhere, like the month leading up to her getting cleared.
I thought there was a chance of that Ghostface to begin with. Unless they're flipping this to Dom and Roxanne versus Finn and Liv. I, for the longest time, felt like Finn and Liv's interactions backstage felt like that of two people that were either A, dating or wanted to date or did in the past. And if you go back long enough, when they were trying to get Dom to not flirt with Liv back when Rhea was still there, they put when Liv gave Dom the key card to the hotel room, they put it on the table. Finn's the one who pockets it at the time.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of hints that, Finn was going to end up with Liv, or that at some point they did have something and it didn't work out. And
I wonder if they abandoned that idea even before she got hurt.
It seemed like they did, but I wonder if they'll go back to something like that now. Like, did Finn bring Roxanne in to split those two up and then get Liv back type deal? It seems like an awfully complex story, though, for what WWE's been telling lately. Since the Bloodline stuff has all ended, they have not been that complicated with their storylines. Been pretty straightforward.
Yeah, and straightforward in not a good way.
Right.
It's just like it's been too predictable and too rehashing some of the same matches over and over again.
I mean, if you want to turn Liv and Finn face, that's how you do it easily. I mean, right now we're already going that direction now at Finn, the way it is, making the save on JD because Dom freezes and blah, blah, blah. But, you just explained that very simply, which is Finn tried the entire time to tell Liv that, hey, listen, if he's willing to leave Rhea for you, he's no good. He brings Roxanne in to make a point. Liv finally sees it, ends up back with Finn, and Dom and Roxanne then have to wrestle those two. I mean, there's a lot of ways you do it, but it does feel already like Finn's going to be face here in the next. Finn and, to me, JD should be face. JD's a nice guy.
Yeah.
He's never done anything wrong in this group that I can think of.
Yeah, he's not really ever been a heel. He's always just been like Finn's buddy.
Yeah, and he's been a good buddy. He just does what everyone asks. He even wrestles a match with busted ribs and a punctured lung. He keeps going. He takes moonsault from like Ivar or something. Like, dude's the constant trooper here. Judgment Day's pretty face overall, except for Dom. Dom's a scumbag.
Yeah. His point with the NFTs here. They're just dead. They do seem like disbanded. Like,
I haven't seen anything to do with them for so long. I do occasionally miss SmackDown, especially if I have like 22 hours of wrestling on Saturday to watch, like I did this past week. But I did actually watch SmackDown. I did actually, come to think of it.
Did we recently have a promo from Solo, but just Solo? Was that like within the last 2 weeks? Or
Someone's got to help me.
Did I friggin' dream that?
You may not have, man. Saturday blurred all the wrestling ever together in my mind. The start at 2 o'clock
like kind of like a vignette kind of promo kind of just tape thing, and that was
I believe
it.
it. I believe it. But 2 to about midnight East Coast time was a lot of wrestling. My brain broke by the end of it.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. It was Solo just saying like, um, Tongaloa is the most loyal member of the bloodline, the son of Haku. Yeah, I didn't dream that. Okay, good.
How'd the
I'm
tall
not
one get
crazy.
hurt?
I don't know.
I don't understand.
JC got Thanos.
Yeah, yeah.
Gone. Oh man.
Yeah, sorry. I watched all of AEW's pay-per-view. I actually had that on at the same time as WrestlePalooza since they overlapped. And then WrestlePalooza began to overlap with mediocre Texas independent wrestling that I watch on Twitch.
Maybe he got hurt at a house show or something.
They don't have that many house shows to get hurt at.
Or if it was on TV, he played off the injury, but then got to the back, saw a doctor, and found out, oh, it's more serious. You're gonna need some time off there, buddy.
It's probably an ankle. Everyone who's tall has ankle problems. The only thing good about being short is they probably won't have ankle problems.
Okay.
Tough being tall, apparently.
I guess. Good thing I'm only medium. Except to my hobbit wife.
You know, I don't hit my head on a lot of stuff, but when you are my height and you hit your head on something, it is the biggest shock of all time. You're like, what the hell is that low? What on earth nothing should be this high.
The only time I hit my head is when I'm like going underneath a desk and not being careful getting back up under it.
Well, I can walk underneath cars on lifts and all kinds of stuff, and I just have to dodge the tires. But the car itself is always too tall for me to hit my head on. So, but yeah, I mean, there's another thing. They just never could figure out what to do with that storyline. They were too segmented, too many different bloodline wannabe factions.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still to the point where it's just like, okay, they did the fracturing and they got their sides and they fragmented. Unite them all together under Roman and Jay. Like,
I mean, are they gonna do that? Are they gonna? Also, is TKO gonna want to pay Roman for his part-time schedule he's working on?
I mean, at this point, it doesn't look like they're gonna do that, but I don't know. Are they gonna? I don't know. Are they going to do that with Roman?
I mean, I feel like his merch probably sells, but like
they worked so long to shove Roman down our throats and be like, he's the guy, for them to finally be like, you know what? Yeah, it's too much. Get rid of him.
Well, throughout parts of it, I get it because he had his cancer issues, but like he is kind of a high dollar player to come out and only have X amount of matches a year, essentially.
Yeah.
So I suppose it's the business decision. They have to weigh what he brings in revenue wise and versus what he costs. But
I'm sure in a way Brock's the same way, but
Brock makes headlines. Roman doesn't make headlines. Like Brock makes headlines in Twitter, on Forbes, on ESPN, on like every site that's going to write an article. Brock being there is going to cause a headline. Roman being only Roman does not.
Yeah.
That's the sad part. Like Brock having the history and the UFC and everything adds to it. Holy crap, they can't stop the run. So
yeah, I don't know what they do at this point with even the bloodline stuff. They have solutions. They're not doing anything. It's just like you have all these people, all this talent, and so much you could do with it, but they're just squandering the opportunities.
Yeah. Good blocking downfield. Bad tackling downfield.
Kind of what they're doing with like just about, well, not everyone, but a lot of people. I mean, uh, even with how they treat LA Knight, they just, I mean, they squandered that already in the past, and they still aren't just.
I mean, they've squandered that longer than they squandered away building Jay. Because,
Yeah.
like I said, SummerSlam now, what would be 3 years ago in Detroit, he was over. So over.
Yeah.
And they've never really even given him a chance to come close to that belt. And he's carried popularity this entire time.
Yeah. I mean, that's really someone that deserved to get it, if not, keep it as long as Jay did. Have it a couple months, but at least have that like build up crescendo to he did it, he won it.
Right.
But to just know he's red hot and not do anything with it, like, come on, you got two of those belts, even if it was during the time of like Roman has to have this one. Well, fucking give him the other one for like a little bit, and then you take it off of him.
Yeah.
But don't like see the build and then just ignore it and keep them just buried.
Well, you could argue the last 2 years, the build for the other belt was all for Jay. So I can kind of get why he couldn't, because that was kind of destined to go to Jay.
Yeah, but they could have done something before they ended up giving that one.
Yeah, because he was hot. He was hotter than Jay a year earlier.
Yeah, they could have done.
So he could have. They just waited.
They could have done it then. You wouldn't have had this current problem, but now it's just.
How do you feel about waking up at 8 a.m.?
Wait, what?
I feel like a lot of WWE fans will have that same expression on
this Crown Jewel,
Perth Day.
Oh, what day is that?
Crown Jewel is in Australia, so it will be at 8 a.m. our time, 5 a.m. Pacific time.
Oh boy.
Kickoff show starts at like 3. That's so different than watching Wrestle Kingdom at this point. Like, you might as well be a New Japan fan at that point. Hell, New Japan's Wrestle Kingdom, I think, starts earlier than that. What day is that? I don't know off the top of my head. I have to take a look at Twitter real fast and get an idea of what day that is. The next thing they have coming up, I think next week, is No Mercy on Peacock.
Ow, dude. Quit. Stop. Get down. Digging his
October 11th.
Okay, so the week before opening day of regular duck and goose season here. Good. I was waiting for you to say the 18th and going like, well, I'm gonna have to catch the replay because I'll
still might have to catch the replay
earlier than that.
8 a.m. man. I'm okay with it only because I get up at this time anyways. I can watch it and College Game Day that day. And it should be over when time's kickoff for all the college games start.
I could probably do it because the next Saturday I'm going to be getting up even earlier than that. So,
but the truth is that I don't know if a lot of WWE fans want to get up at that hour in the U.S.
Oh yeah,
especially in the West Coast, 5 a.m.
Oh yeah, that's awful for the West Coast.
So maybe this is why ESPN didn't want to start with this pay-per-view, because the initial views
they were going to start with.
Well, they only rushed it by one.
Oh, I thought this was like for the originally supposed to be the beginning of next year was the ESPN.
That's how it was marketed at first, and then they talked about how they did one extra one purposely so that they can get to ESPN faster. but that would have made it this one. I can't imagine they wanted that either. Because, I mean, I'm sure they'll get plenty of views over the day, but I think the initial watch is not going to be great.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, because at that point you gotta like trade everyone that's like around Australia's times or has times that aren't that early in the morning. You lose a lot of your
Yeah.
yeah your American viewers.
Yeah. That
Both
whole West
both
Coast,
north and
like
south.
the kickoff show is going to be at what, 4 a.m. West Coast time?
Yeah. It's a little earlier for like say some folks in Brazil, Ghostface and the time zones near them. That's going to be closer to like noon, early afternoon, so that's not too bad. Not for the British Isles, Europe, and so on. Yeah, it's just just sucky for the Americas.
Pretty much.
Oh man. Yeah, with the West Coast, that's like, oh, that's a debate of like, do I go to sleep and wake up? Do I go to sleep early and wake up, or do I just stay up, watch this, and when it's over, go to sleep? But if it's a like not that exciting like this last PLE was, is it just something that you fall asleep during? Get out. Cause I could definitely see falling asleep during that. Try to stay up, try to watch that, and it's a snooze fest.
Right.
Just I don't know what do you do at that point? You gotta, I don't know. For some of them, it might be better if they just wake up when they wake up and watch it on their own. They're they're not necessarily going to get the views that they want while it's airing live, but that might be what they have to deal with. Rerun watches.
Yeah, I think they're going to be fine with that too, honestly. But I think that would have been real disappointing if it was their very first show and it's like, well, initial watches were at this and not what we would have liked, essentially. So,
Yeah, they're. I mean, they're definitely going to write about that, but anyone writing about it should be fair enough to go like, look, the second one was in Australia, making it difficult for North America to watch it because it's 8 a.m. till 5 a.m. going across the country. So,
right.
how many wrestling fans are waking up for that on a Saturday? I don't know.
For Crown Jewel, probably not many.
Yeah.
Again, for Wrestle Kingdom, there are people who plan for that shit.
Yeah.
And that's like on a Wednesday and a Thursday. I've gone to work and it's still been on as I've entered work before.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, unless they set up some sort of like really big, you can't miss this kind of match for that, you're probably gonna have a bunch of people just going like, I'll watch it when I wake up.
Yeah. Oh, they are definitely flooding the market too with wrestling because you got No Mercy next week on Peacock. Then you got a week after that, or 2 weeks after that, you have Crown Jewel, and then at the end of October you have NXT again with Halloween Havoc.
Yeah.
So,
is No Mercy NXT?
yes.
Okay. What about Halloween Havoc? Is that NXT too?
Yeah, they got all the cool naming pay-per-views.
They got all the Okay. Well, I was gonna say WCW, but No Mercy was WWE. Named a fucking
Yeah, they got
video
all the
game
cool
after it.
ones from our childhood, essentially. And the main roster gets WrestlePalooza.
Ugh. Such a cornball fucking name.
Yeah.
As soon as I heard that name, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to tell any non wrestling fans that I'm going to be watching WrestlePalooza this weekend.
Yeah.
I just go like, yeah, there's like a wrestling pay per view I'm probably gonna watch, and leave it at that. I'm not gonna say that dumbass name.
Yeah.
WrestlePalooza.
I got wrestling pay per views to watch this weekend, like All Out.
Oh, and speaking of that damn PLE that we just had, other than Undertaker coming out and surprising Stephanie with being inducted into the Hall of Fame, was there any other surprises? Because Triple H was all like, "There's going to be a bunch of surprises at this thing. Stay tuned."
Yeah, no, there was supposedly there was about 4 different things that could have happened. They did none of them.
The fuck?
Supposedly that Cena was supposed to win as up to Saturday morning. They made the change there. And then there was supposed to be some whole storyline situation with Cody and Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre all involved. And none of that happened. So there were several ideas, but none of it ever. They didn't do any of it.
And they're wondering why it was a big letdown. Oh, we got a bunch of surprises. Stay tuned. Here it comes. And we're inducting my wife. Yay.
Which might have been the best moment, in my opinion.
Me personally was Stephanie Vaquero win the championship, but
great match. I kind of felt like it was going to happen.
Yeah, I think that was kind of expected. It wasn't a surprise.
Right.
Yeah. It just it just seems like they hyped it up to get buys and to get people on the right thing, and I think what they ultimately proved is until they kind of start to look good again, if you don't need to get ESPN right now, the new app, don't get it.
Yeah,
because that's what they just showed us as an audience.
I'm again hoping that they get their deal with YouTube TV worked out so I can log in through that, because I would like to cancel that. I don't mind the service. Man, if you want to find miscellaneous sports, my Campbell Camels, the football team was obscure enough. They had the soccer game going. I could have watched 4 schools I've never heard of before play soccer. So I don't despise the app. I just don't want to be double charged by ESPN.
Yeah, I mean, if this didn't work out for me this weekend, because I'm pretty sure at some point I ended up tying the cable to the ESPN thing.
Yeah, you must have.
That's why it just automatically worked. But if I would have had to have figured that out and then found out that somehow that wasn't going to work and I wasn't going to get, the ESPN app, I would basically at the moment just cut it as a loss and be like, well, I'm not getting it. And just be like, well, if you see it, I will hear from you. We'd have content here to talk about after Raw about what happened there. I'd see the highlights essentially. And that's it. I'd be like, well, I guess I'm not watching their PLEs. Unless I go watch them over at your house.
Yeah. I mean,
that's it.
I don't want to. I just want to save the money. I'd rather save and do the Disney Hulu Max bundle. Save myself $10.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm spending $16 more a month than I was before. All because I can't get a deal worked out fast enough with
the current cable provider you have.
Well, most of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love how they were advertising that. It's just like, oh yeah, even our truth was doing it. I think going like, oh yeah, we already got that worked out with most of cable providers. It's not most. Most of them you don't have it worked out with,
Right.
and
And
that's why you kind
Verizon
of
was like day of.
yeah,
They
and
had three.
that's why you like jumped the gun too much with this, and you should have waited till the end of the year and got this shit prepared and ready rather than just doing the big money grab and trying to go. Because if anything, I mean, it's just another way to hurt yourself and like lose fans and get people soured on how wrestling's going. Well, I mean, I just got back into it while it was good, but now it's kind of souring. Like, I'll stick with it because we're doing this thing, and it's like, okay, well,
I
we can
think you
try
would
to be.
enjoy I think you would enjoy AEW's matches better. I do.
That's why I've been trying to watch on Wednesdays, at least
Um
Wednesdays.
it has more of a feel of like old school wrestling versus what WWE's doing. But their storytelling's not as good. They did light
Yeah.
Mike Mox on fire at the
Well,
pay-per-view, but
some of that during like the Attitude Era, the storytelling wasn't all that good either, and it was just we're having these matches, but it was just people I really enjoyed watching them wrestle and put on matches, and I didn't need a story.
right.
Vince was probably trying to go like, "We're doing a great story here. It's a comedy act. This is gonna happen. Oh God!" But I was probably ignoring it and just going like, "Hey, it's Kai and Tai. Hey, oh God, they're gonna get killed by the APA. Uh oh."
Yeah, that was way better content in terms of like being clean compared to them going after Val Venus.
Yeah. Choppy your penis.
Yeah.
Good
We
Lord.
got about another 10, 15 minutes here at most. So I want to also point out, did you see that they released the 2-day ticket package prices?
No.
So
What's that
if
look
you want to
like?
have the same seats for both night 1 and night 2, they've released pricing per section.
Oh boy.
So you want to guess how much section A on the floor is for 2 tickets, one for each night essentially?
And this is what, WrestleMania?
Yep.
And
Not including fees.
this is um this next year's in Vegas, that
It's
one.
Vegas, correct.
On the floor, same section, not including fees.
Correct.
Like
For night 1 and 2.
like front row or just on the floor?
Section A on floor. Front row is probably like 50K and reserved for celebrities.
Um is it 5,000 a day?
Little less. You're looking at about $9,000 for both nights.
Ugh. Ugh.
So let's
If
say
it
you
was like last year, I would have been guessing like 2K a day.
right. Last year was the first year they did this to us. So
Yeah.
you would have been wrong still, but it would have been understandable.
Yeah.
So let's say you want to be even further back on the floor and see absolutely nothing, but be on the floor. Section B on the floor, both days.
$6,000?
This is actually probably one of your better values, considering what A was almost 9. This is only going on 4, $3,868.
Yeah,
So
to see nothing. They cut the price in half to be in the back going like, did he pen him?
well, when you're that far back, you know what you're doing. You're looking up at the screen above the ring on the. They always have the above ring stuff.
That sucks. It's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck the point of being on the floor? I'm looking at the fucking Jumbotron anyways.
So let's say you want to sit in that lower bowl area where uh, my group and I have sat for the past couple Summer Slams.
Okay.
Well, not last year's, not in New York, but that lower bowl area, section like 101 area.
So the back 4 dropped to 4. This would have a little bit better view, but you're further back. You're not on the floor. Are you looking at for both days $2,000?
Just over $2,000. Yep, like $2,200. Now I believe these are prices for one person for 2 days.
Yeah, that's what
I don't know of
what they
anybody
say.
that goes to WrestleMania by themselves.
Yeah.
So pretty much double all of these prices if you're going with a friend, which
Jeez.
is even crazier.
Yeah. I it's nuts that they're doing that right now where prices of like everything are up and people are having to kind of start to pinch pennies because our one president that's back's going like, oh, I'm gonna fix everything as soon as I get in there, and it's just all that's happened is the prices on stuff have gone up more since he showed up. So not to get political, but I don't want no politics, but it's just the fact of where stuff's going. That sucks. It just
So what do you think it costs for one person to go to both nights if you just want to be in the building? If you just want a nosebleed section ticket?
just one person for 2 nights nosebleed, like
Yeah.
your cheapest seats.
400 level.
Oh man, for the 2 days cheapest seat, um, I'm gonna guess they're still kind of price gouging you at like $800 for 2 days.
$854.
Jesus Christ, why am I like so kind of zeroed in on these last few?
You're pretty good, but that's without fees. You throw fees in, you're over $1,000, by the way.
Yeah, I believe it. God, it makes me sick that I'm starting like I zeroed in on that kind of pretty close. Like I was
Yep.
slightly lowballing those last few. Ugh.
Yeah. If you just want to get in to see WrestleMania and you're going by yourself, you're going to pay about $1,000. And if you want to go with a friend, you're paying too.
Jeez. Man, hindsight's a bitch. I should have went to that damn SummerSlam we had here. Should have just bought that one ticket, went by myself, and just saw you guys just in between stuff, but just had my.
Oh yeah,
seat.
we ran around. Amy and I were the only ones that went. My friend Amy and I were the only ones that went, and Vicky was same seating area, just a couple sections over. So we ran over, met up with my other friends over there.
Yeah.
Then we met up with her other friends. That was the other direction a little bit. My cousin wanted me to sneak down onto the floor for a little bit because he was down there, but I'm like, I don't want to go down there. I can't see anything. I'm short.
Yeah, hell of that.
So, but yeah, so we ran all around that place. We ran over by the entrance ramp and got some pictures and looked at that, even though we sat on the other side essentially.
Yeah. I should have just bought the one by myself, had my wife drop my ass off.
Yeah, like 7 blocks away, but yeah.
Yeah.
Like
fine.
the main exit to go to Brown Stadium was closed. They closed it. You had to get off and pretty much drive around by like East 6th. And even that was a pain because a lot of that was closed off for block parties. And AIW ran over there an outdoor show that we didn't get to in time to see. But
would have been fine. She could drop me off at where the winking lizard was, and I could walk the rest of the way.
Yep.
It would have been easier turn around for her to get back on the highway and get lost. I'd just be like, all right, well, I'll walk back to the winking lizard. You pick me up there.
Yep. Yeah, we walked about a good 7-8 blocks away before we got in the car to get out of there, just to avoid traffic and headaches. So,
yeah. Well, I guess at that point we pretty much can kind of wrap it up. It's just the consensus kind of seems to be they're price gouging us for content that's kind of sucky right now.
Yep.
There's some hidden gems in there, but most of it is just kind of like, yeah, you don't have a story, do you?
they don't have a story, and so certain people can excel. I'm still entertained by almost everything Rhea's doing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still entertained with what Roxanne can do in the ring.
Yeah.
Penta is just a match machine. But I am a little bit frustrated that I'm watching them exploit moves to stun the crowd that's been being done over and over again on the indie scene and AEW as a normal move. I mean, a
Yeah.
cool move, but I'm sorry, an avalanche destroyer has been being done for a long time. Like that's not, but they made it out to be like everyone was super stunned by that move tonight. I'm like, it's a cool move, but if you would have watched any AEW pay per view with Penta on it, you would have seen that move. If you would have watched a majority of what's going on in the indie scene, you would see that move. Like
It's partly age old WWE though. They were doing the same thing stuff with their hardcore matches back when
right.
ECW was still running,
and I was still mad at
I was
still mad at it then. I was still like,
yeah, same. And we were just like, you know, seeing them go through some of those trash cans that look like tinfoil, where you're just like, no, they're legit, but they're just brand spanking new, and they're heavy enough fucking dudes, so it looks like
they really were. I agree with you. They looked like tinfoil until Sean brought me one.
Yeah.
Because he worked, like I said, he was part of the union ring crew, whatever, at the time that was doing all the teardown and stuff, and he was able to snag one.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, damn, this actually is kind of thicker than I thought. It does look like tinfoil on TV.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it looked like very thin aluminum trash cans.
Right, and it actually was thicker than you would have imagined. But again, those guys are just, some of them are bigger than you imagine. Some are smaller. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, when I took the picture of you and Billy Gunn, I mean, Billy Gunn's a big boy.
Yeah, Billy Gunn is a big boy.
Don't expect it because he looks more like meme size compared to everybody else, but everybody else are even bigger giants.
Right. Nowadays, there's a much more discrepancy in sizes because they hired people like AJ and stuff. But back then, Billy was kind of the norm, and then there was Big Show and this guy and that guy and Triple H, and so.
And people mine and your size are the ones that kind of grew up being fans wanting to be wrestlers, and they're like, well, we kind of ran out of big guys that can do this shit. Okay, fine.
Right.
Do your flippy shit.
Pretty much. Yeah, we would have been wrestling Kai and Tai back then if we would have gotten into wrestling. That's who we would have been up against at our heights. So, especially me.
Just arguing with them. No, not indeed.
Not indeed. Not indeed. Now, damn well. You know what? That would be a commercial break. They would be sponsoring Indeed, the job site, 100%. With that gimmick. God. So
the gimmick where he's saying just 1,000 words in Japanese, and it's just indeed.
Indeed. Not indeed. Oh my goodness. Good times. Yeah. All right. I think that's a good place to call it. We lost Ghostface somewhere along the way.
Yeah, well.
It happens.
It happens while streaming. You have people come in and chat you up, and then it's just like, they gotta go.
Yep, it happens.
It was great starting the conversation because we were going to start off a little.
Yep.
So that helped.
I mean, he just brought the same energy. He brought with more energy. He had the same feeling. He just brought more energy than we had.
Yeah, he kind of came in with a little bit of piss and vinegar. Like, God damn it, sucked again. What the fuck?
Yeah, I wonder if he's younger than us. I wonder if he just has more energy in life than we do at this point.
Yeah, real life's beating it out of us. We've come home from work and we're just sitting here. It's like, okay, we gotta do this.
Yep. Man, I wish there was something good to talk about on this show, but I just can't find any highlights.
I'm too fucking jaded after all this shit.
Yeah, my only highlights. Man, I really like JD matches. And JD seems like a good dude to have as a friend. That's what I took from tonight's show. I want JD as a friend. That's what I got from it.
All right.
Well, it's been fun, and we can call it. It's been about an hour.
Yep.
And
yep.
I'm ready to get to work on it anyways. So
my dog's starting to cry. So yeah, this has been the Wrestling Mats, and we'll see you next Monday.
Hey, he did this. He did the outro. I'm gonna leave it at that.
I did it.